Hey planters, and welcome back to my channel. And for the people that are here for the first time, I would love to welcome you as well. Please do subscribe to my channel to be updated for more botanical videos. And for today I just wanted to do something a little bit different than I normally do, because today I just want to share with you my top 5 favorite houseplants right now. So one of the first plants that I love right now is my beautiful Monstera Thai constellation. It is such an amazing looking plant. This plant I actually got gifted by Angela from Casa Botanica. You should definitely check out her web shop and her Instagram, which I will link in the description below. But we actually gave away one of these beautiful plants, and yeah, she gifted me one as well. So I was very happy to receive one. It is a very easy growing plant. It's not a fast growing plant. It grows a little bit slower than a normal Monstera deliciosa. And that's basically because it is a variegated version. As you can see, the leaves are scattered in white dots and some white patterns as well. And the name actually comes from the fact that the leaves look like a star, so like a constellation. That's why it's called Monstera deliciosa Thai constellation. I recently repotted it into pond, and as you can see, it's making a new leaf right there. And if you do not know what pond is, you should check out the video right there, in which I will explain how I use pond or Lacusa pond and the benefits of it. But as you can see, it's shooting out a new leaf, so that should be a benefit already. So on to the next plant. So the next plant that I want to show you is this beautiful Philodendron gloriosum, and I actually got this plant a few weeks ago, which I ordered from overseas. As some of you might know, I love to order my plants from overseas because there is so much more choice and it's a lot cheaper. But sometimes when I order plants from overseas, they arrive at my house and they look like shit. So I was actually kind of surprised because this Philodendron gloriosum looks amazing. I mean, it doesn't have any damage on the leaves. And yeah, I actually have a small one as well, which I will grab really quick. This is my smaller version of the Philodendron gloriosum, but I was too impatient to keep waiting for it to grow bigger. So that's when I decided to order one from overseas as well. And I think that this plant ships very well because it's not damaged at all. So the Philodendron gloriosum is currently one of my favorite plants at the moment. And yeah, basically because the leaves are gorgeous, it has a velvety touch to it, and I love the white veins on it. So without further ado, let's go to number 3. So the next plant that I really like at the moment is a plant that I actually got a few weeks ago from one of my plant friends. And the guy I'm talking about was actually my first plant friend that I got. And yeah, we went out for dinner at his place, he cooked some Indian meal for me, and then we swapped my favorite plant, which I will show you at the end. And I swapped it for a beautiful Philodendron Milano grisum. And I actually used to have a bigger plant of this species, but then I chopped it and I sold some cuttings, and I was left with one cutting for myself which didn't root. So that was a pity, and I'm very happy that I have a Philodendron Milano grisum again. The leaves are very velvet, and right now the leaves are kind of small, but it will eventually grow bigger leaves in the right circumstances. Some people might say that it reminds them of the Philodendron micans or the Philodendron hydraceum var hydraceum. And it actually does look like that plant, but it is a total different species. The first time when I ordered a Philodendron micans, I actually got a Philodendron Milano grisum. So I was stoked about that, and yeah, it was very weird that they sent me the wrong plant. But for me, it was very nice because the micans is a much more common plant in Holland compared to the Philodendron Milano. And yeah, what is not to love? I mean, I wish you could feel it, but this is so velvet, and I love the dark colors, and I know that they can grow so much bigger, so I'm really looking forward for it to grow some bigger leaves, but right now it's still a baby, so it's gonna take some time. So let's go on to the next plant. So another plant that's in my top 5 favorite plants right now is this beautiful Philodendron White Princess. And I actually got this plant, I think maybe a year ago, and I got it at a garden center in Holland, so that was very weird to see a plant like this in a garden center in Holland. And I had to buy it immediately because when I started collecting plants around 4 years ago, I saw a beautiful Philodendron White Knight, and I thought that is a plant that I would really like to have. But it was kind of expensive, I couldn't find it anywhere, so I was very surprised to find a white princess in a garden center in Holland. And as you can see, it made some nice split leaves with the white and the green. And actually when I got it, it was a much bigger plant, but due to a trip infestation I had to cut it, and I sold some cuttings trip free, and I kept some cuttings for myself. So this plant is a climbing species, so eventually it should have a moss ball or something to climb on, and yeah, I'm just hoping that it will grow some bigger leaves because it's still kind of small, as you can see. And yeah, that's it. This is my one of my favorite plants right now because it's very easy and it grows very nice. So let's go on to the next plant. So the last plant is also my all-time favorite plant. When I ordered plants from overseas the first time, I got this one as well. And it is a very easy growing plant. It can grow in lower humidity levels, which is very important for me because I grow all my plants right here inside this plant room, which has a humidity level of around 65 to 70%. And yeah, for me it's very important that the plants that I grow are also capable of growing here instead of in a greenhouse or a tent or whatever. So I don't want to grow my plants in a tent anymore. Maybe during winter I have to grow them in a tent again. But yeah, I try to collect plants that can survive in low humidity levels. And this plant is my favorite plant because yeah, just check it out. It is a Philodendron mamai with a new leaf, one of the older leaves. And the reason why I like this plant so much is because it is a easy growing plant. It is a crawling species. That is very important because there were rumors that there are climbing species as well, but that is not the case. This Philodendron mamai and all Philodendron mamais that exists in cultivation are crawling species. So if you have a mamai that is looking like it's climbing, you should definitely give it a place to crawl because it is a crawling species looking for a place to crawl. I hope it makes sense, but you only have to remember that there is no such thing as a climbing mamai. With plants like this, I grow them in Lacuzapan, and as you can see, I'm placing the plant on top of the substrate instead of under the substrate because, as I said before, it is a climbing species, so it is a crawling species, so they crawl over the floor of the jungle. So my favorite plant, I have a couple of them. I think I have about 15 different Philodendron mamais, but this is my biggest and most pretty one. So let's give it one last look. I mean, what is not to love about this plant? I love the lining on the leaves, I love the silver lining, I love the silver dots, and yeah, it's just a very pretty and big plant. So That was it already for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you liked, please drop a like and a comment below. Also check out my Instagram, which I will link in the description below. I post pictures of my plants every day, all day. So if you cannot get enough, please check that out as well. And yeah, what is your favorite plant right now? Please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to turn on notifications. And I hope to see you again very soon. Check it out.